Gotta check. Gotta check. We all doing good here. All right. So, sup everybody? What's going on? You doing good out there? I hope so. Hope you all had a good week. It's that time of the month for me again. Isn't that lovely? And it looks like my good friend Robbie is in here. Uh, hold on a second. Robbie, can you hear me?
Yes, you hear me okay?
Yeah, I forgot to set up this hangout cameraman thingy because last time I didn't do this was last October, and somebody porn bombed me live that took advantage of my ignorance. But now, a year later, I'm more wiser. So
Yeah,
let me
it
go
used
and
to
just
happen a good bit back in the days when I actually had hangouts. A lot of people stopped doing them. There used to be a lot of them on the internet. And people
yeah.
would get in there and porn bomb. And yeah, I've seen some pretty bad stuff.
Well, thankfully, I don't have to worry about that now.
Yeah.
Let's see here. All right, I think I got that correct. All right, good. So, Robbie, how you been as of late?
I'm here, man. I'm still breathing. That's good, man.
Yes, yeah, yes, Brian. It's that time of the month for me again, and Brenton, you can say ooh all you want to, but don't worry. When 2019 comes around, I'm only going to be doing this like half the year, like every other month. But yeah, you don't mind if I give some updates right quick? Do you, Robbie?
Mm.
Yeah, just let me give some updates right here that I wrote down. Now, if some of you read in the title, it says that I'm fearing the future. Okay. Now, to explain what I'm talking about, that is I'm talking about this big roast movie I got coming out on the 20th of next month. Right now, I'm gonna be having a screen share here shortly once I bring the playlist up. But like my expectations are both high and low at the moment. Okay, when I sent that trailer out, not one of the YouTubers I sent it to said anything about it. Right, and nobody really. Well, there was some members of the Easy Gang that talked about it to me personally, but not many. But I was wondering like how often I should send it out without having it to look like spam, and so my co-writer told me to send it out at least once a week. So I'm gonna try that until the movie comes out. But when I said my expectations are high and low, as far as my roast movies goes, the last three of them were doing pretty fine in my opinion. Let me find my roast movies here so I can show you what I'm talking about. I'll show you the last three that I did. It was the Friday the 13th one, the Crow one, and the Christmas Story one. Now the last two, however, was the best in my opinion because of who the YouTubers were and who commented on it. So I'm gonna pull this playlist is brought up here now. I'm gonna go and start it from the Christmas one and then work my way back up. Okay, come on. I gotta pause that. No, don't go back. All right. So let me find this screen share button right here. Where is it? All right, there. Share. All right. This was kind of a shocker to me. I didn't expect it to get up this high because it was just me roasting my friends for Christmas and whatever. Brian commented on it, thankfully. Well, he was the main event, so I guess he. Oh well. And plus, he collabed with me on it. Then there was the roast Bruce dropped off, which was the highest roast movie ever. Wow, I didn't realize it got over 400 views at this point. Last time I checked, it was like 380. But every YouTuber I roasted in this movie talked about it, but not on their channel. The only person that didn't was D6, but I can forgive him because he's a friend of mine. And plus, he commented on the next one, but I'll show that later. See, there's Bruce Dromoff, who was the main event of it. He was my enemy, but now we're good friends. Flick Freeze commented on it. Humanoid Freak actually reacted to it. And there was one other person. Oh, never mind. That was 4 out of 5. Okay, and the last one was the one I did last year. This Friday the 13th one right here. Almost got 140 views right there. Let's see here. John Bond commented on it and D6 commented on it. So, yeah, my expectations are high and low as far as this next one goes. Brand said that the crow roast was the best, and that has nothing to do with the fact that he's in it either. You know, personally, Brandon, I think that one turned out as well as it did because of the work that was put into it, and plus it was the timing. What the heck? Hold on a second. Hang us just sent me something. Yeah. Oh yeah. Stop sharing. Okay. But yeah. So, Robbie, are you gonna be? Do you want to come into this live stream next month? Because I have an idea in mind that I kind of failed at last year. The idea I had last year didn't really turn out so well because, one, because of the porn bomb. Two, because of the porn bomb, I had to delete the first part where I was getting it prepared. And the third was because there was only 2 people in it, me and Nick. But next month, the Monday, is going to be ending up in my annual, what's the word for it? My annual tradition of Halloween, which is my Halloween-based content. You feel me? And last year, I tried making a live Google Hangout costume party. And I want to do something like that again this year. Only issue is I have a lack of people actually willing to join in and be in costume on camera. Last year was me as Charlie Chaplin, and last year was Nick as Naruto. So hopefully something like that can happen again this year, being better and being without any porn going live. So you down for it? If you're not doing anything else?
Yeah, the only thing with me, as long as I'm not working, you know, like I don't mind coming in to hang out. If I'm free, you know, I'll be in.
Yeah.
Today I'm lucky. I'm shocked I'm home because usually they call me by this time, but last week it was busy because they had a derailment in North Carolina, so they rerouted a bunch of trains for Greenwood. I've seen some of your videos where you have the CSX people going by. It's kind of funny. And,
The what?
The CSX trains in some of your videos.
CSX.
Yeah, the train.
I'm trying to remember what that was.
You had a train that was in one of your videos that was.
Oh, yeah. I actually hear a train in the distance right now.
Yeah, because I've been through Chester a good bit with my job.
Brian thought I was Hitler last year, and when I wore that Chaplin costume to APW here in town, there was a few people backstage that actually did confuse me for Hitler, and I guess I had to confuse that because Charlie Chaplin did do The Great Dictator, so there's a good way that can be confused with each other. But then again, at least Chaplin's mustache was a prop, not real. See, did you hear that?
Yeah, I hear it. I barely hear it there.
Yeah. Every time I want to do a video outside, there's always got to be a train present.
It has been busy, man, because they had that when they had that derailment, they shut down. What it is, they rerouted a lot of the trains to Greenwood, so that's probably that. It's all now.
Yeah, out of all the forms of transportation, the only things I have not been on yet was a plane or a train. I've been on a boat before. I've been in a car. I've been on a bus. I've been on a skateboard terribly. I've been on a bike terribly. I've been on a scooter, but I have never, ever, ever been on a train or a plane. I don't want to.
Plane for me will be happening probably, I would say, 1.5 or 2 years because my girlfriend lives in the Philippines, so that will be happening soon. So that's going to be something.
Technically, I've been on a train before, but not while I was moving. I was like sitting on one of the trains, just hanging out with a friend somewhere.
Yeah. Train isn't too bad. I've been on trains. They're not. Plane though, I'm kind of nervous about that because I've never actually flown before. Like Matt, when I lived in Canada with Matt's wife, I drove up there. I didn't fly.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be different because it's like a 23-hour flight. So
nothing says safety like putting your body inside of a big heap of metal, thousands of miles in the sky, going at a high speed.
yeah, kind of. Yeah,
same thing like road safety. Yeah, same things about road safety. Nothing says being safe on the road like putting your vulnerable body inside a fast-moving piece of metal, going very fast on a big slab of concrete. That's things to think about when I start driving in the future.
Do you have your license?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm hoping to get it one day soon, though.
Yeah, nice to have.
I'm not sure if it's legal or not that when I get my license to Oh, wait a second, Eddie. Maybe you can answer this question. If I get my license, is it legal for me to drive somebody else's car with their permission?
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
As long as the car has the insurance on it.
Yes.
Okay, then. So if I get my license, it'll be okay for me to drive Jeanette's truck. I thought that was your car. You owned it. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. Well, if you're paying for it, it's yours now. Oh, cool. Oh, just yesterday? Wow. All right. But yeah, other than that, Robbie, what'd you think about that Hell in a Cell event if you haven't seen it already?
Hell in a Cell? I didn't actually get to see it because I was driving when it happened. So I've heard people talk about it, but I didn't get to see it. I want to see Evolution. I'm going to try to watch that one, the women pay-per-view that's coming up. Because that actually going to be decent. I'm kind of hit and miss with WWE. Some of the stuff it's always like that with wrestling now. There's some stuff I think they're really good at, and then
I'll admit, with as much as they've been hyping up this whole women's revolution thing, I have high expectations from this Evolution event. But then again, maybe I don't agree with the name because I thought Evolution was Batista, Flair, Orton, and Triple H.
Yeah.
But then again, with them saying
it's something else, name it. Yeah.
Yeah. Then again, I was talking to my friend Mike from New Zealand, the solitaire guy, about how this Evolution event needs to be all women like they're promoting it. Like, don't have Michael Cole, don't have Corey Graves, don't have Byron Saxton or anybody like that on commentary. Like, just if you're gonna say all women pay-per-view, make it all women pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's what I think it should be the same way. A lot of pro wrestlers are saying that too. I mean, if you're gonna do it, might as well go out and do it that way. Maybe have Lita or somebody do the commentary.
I thought Lita was like in a match.
Oh, shit.
I know Trish Stratus is working Alexa Bliss.
Oh, okay. I guess they can pull that woman off of what I can get. What's her name? The blonde-headed chick on Raw. I forget her name. Was dating. She's with Dean Ambrose. What's her name? From Canada.
Renee. Renee is with Dean.
Yeah, I could have her do the commentary and pull somebody else.
Yeah, about that Hell in a Cell event. You know how the cell was red, correct?
Yeah, I saw the red color.
At first, I thought. Yeah, at first I thought it was tacky, but then I thought that it really shouldn't matter because I'm the one that keeps wanting them to bring I'm the one that keeps wanting them to bring back that blue steel cage.
Oh, the old one back in the 80s. Old blue. Yeah, they had it in the 90s too, early 90s. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, they had the blue bars and the black bars, and you know what? Personally, with it being square like that, it had some good, interesting spots in it. I know Bret Hart or Owen Hart won, or was it Edge and Owen? I know, or was it Edge and Christian that taped the legs to the actual bars of the cage?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it made it look easier to climb.
It had bigger. It looked like it'd be easier to climb because you had more space to put your legs. As where like you watch like the War Games with the NWA, it was like a basic, basic cage. I look more rough to get run into.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how much you can fake that. I'm pretty sure that there was some legit blood in those matches back in the day with the war games in the 80s. I miss those. I used to love watching that back in the day. NWA and some good matches.
I got some old AWA and NWA tapes on, VHS tapes of old school wrestling, like back in the day. But when I was watching the Hell in a Cell, I kind of noticed something that I can't believe I haven't noticed before. Like at first I thought those holes were just for the camera to put their camera into the actual cell, but no. Apparently, there's like, if you look closely at the Hell in a Cell, you notice some bigger diamond holes, and I think that's what the superstars used to climb up there with. Actually, goes up there like a what's it called? A Rocky Mountain climb thing. A mountain climber thing. I don't know what those are called. Yeah. But I want to show you something right quick. You see how my face is looking? You see how my face is looking right now, right? I don't know if you've been noticing or not, but I've been losing a lot of weight as of late.
Oh yeah. You told me you were dieting. I think I saw that.
Yeah, but my friend Nick sent me a screenshot from me back in January or February, and I just got utterly flabbergasted about what he zoomed in on. So let me find this picture here. I mean, the picture's already here. I just got to get it loaded up. All right. Dear Lord. I can't believe this. Okay, come on. I got screen share again. There we go. You see that, right? That was like either January or February. That gum.
Yeah, you lost a lot of weight.
That was close. When I went to go click stop screen sharing, I almost clicked stop broadcast. That would have been dangerous.
What are you doing to lose it? Are you just going calorie counting, or how are you?
Yes and no. I mean, yes, I'm doing calorie counting, but that's not the only thing I'm doing. Recently I uploaded a video here on the SSP about how I've gotten in better shape. It's like a 35-minute video. My friend Will the Wildminator was in it with me. He was doing the cameraman and such. But I've been going to this park. It's like a mile walk from my house and a mile walk back, and it's like about 40 minutes of cardio exercises in between there. There's like some jogging in there, some jumping jacks, some squats. There's like this trail over there that I could just do a whole bunch of stuff inside of. But the whole exercise is about the whole process takes me about 2 hours. And plus, I've traded in soda for water mostly.
Yeah, that's my thing. I'm not a big fan of water. I need to drink water, but I've been drinking flavored water. But the problem with that is then you got if you drink a lot of it. So yeah, I got to do something. I lost mass weight and I gained a good bit of it back. So
yeah, I mean, I haven't. I mean, I wouldn't say soda's gone entirely. I think now I'm just drinking soda mainly for certain WWE pay-per-views now. Like, and even then, it wouldn't be that much. It'd be like maybe a cup or two, possibly.
That's good. Even just did one every so often. That's you can drink as long as you don't overdo it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Which isn't good for you, but anything like flavored water, a lot of people do that, but it's not really good for you because most of that has aspartame. So
I haven't even had flavored water in a while.
Yeah, I got to get just doing water. That's what I'm gonna have to make myself do. But yeah, I got to get back on the diet because I've gained about 60 or 50 pounds back. I've lost like 100 and I gained like half of it back. So it's easy to do.
Yeah.
Last
night when I checked my weight, it was like 170. I've been trying to do this since February, I think, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do when the winter gets here. Like when it starts getting colder, I'm probably just gonna have to like lock myself inside and just eat less a lot.
Well, you could still do it. Just put on a coat. I mean, it don't get too terribly cold here. You know, you just bundle up a little. You know, put some stuff over your ears, and you know, it don't get that cold here like it used to. I remember when as a kid, it used to be a lot colder. We get cold, but it don't last. You know, so you still can somewhat exercise. You just you know.
This year it was colder in March than it was in February.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened.
Climate change, man. It's been this every year it gets weirder. You notice like weather and bigger storms.
I remember it always confused me that every time it was like spring break down here, it would always be cold. And when I tried spending spring break at Myrtle Beach, it was cold down there too. Like no spring break at Myrtle Beach. Forget that. I haven't even been at Myrtle Beach since 2013. I got unfinished business down there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, was you saying something? The hangout kind of glitched there.
There we go.
All right, so what was you saying?
Oh, I said I went to Daytona Beach back in May. And that was pretty nice.
That's Florida, right?
Yeah, in Florida.
Okay, yeah.
It's like a 6-hour drive.
I definitely want to go down to Florida one day. Like, there's a lot of places here in the States I want to visit one day. Like, I want to go to Texas soon. I want to go to New York soon. Definitely want to go to California. One of these days.
Yeah, I've never been out west. I'd like to do that too. Either Arizona or Texas, one or two.
Yeah. I've actually got friends in those states now. They're like people waiting on me to come down there one day.
Yeah, it's nice if you got somewhere to crash too. That'd be, you know.
Exactly. Like my friend Nick, who's the one that's living in Florida, he's the one that's been helping SSP for the past 3 years, basically. He has he told me recently now, because I lost all this weight, that he wants to see what I'll look like without this long hair now. Because my excuse was my face was too fat to have short hair. But now, because my face is thinner, I don't know how I'll look with short hair. But then again, my hair just got long again, so I'm so ready to start doing my totally Kevin again.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. If you got the long hair, you know.
Yeah.
You whatever you like, you know. But I wish I had hair. I didn't have no choice in it, so you got it. I mean,
when I first met you, I confused you for Butterbean.
Yeah,
the boxer.
I look like him a little. Yeah, that actually was my nickname at one of my jobs. So, yeah.
Never knocked anybody out before?
I have one time earlier in my life. I try not to get into fights, so I try to stay out of fights because I don't, you know.
Yeah, so do I.
It ain't something I like doing, and I don't want a record, so work it.
Ain't that funny? The wannabe wrestler wants to stay out of fights. That's ironic. Okay, I don't want to be in these shoot fights. Okay, maybe that's better.
Yeah. Yeah, I try to stay away from that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not in the best shape, so if I get in a fight, I better hope I get one or two good hits in, you know?
Yeah. Ooh. So, anything else you want to talk about?
I know, yeah,
I'm sorry, that sounded like you was getting possessed by a robot there.
Yeah, it's something to do with the computer. Hold on. Let me close this tab, and I'll maybe the computer usage.
I have another tab open for YouTube, and that's about it. That's only so I can read the chat, and nobody's really commented on it. commented on it yet. That sounded like a running faucet. Huh. You know what? I'm curious about something. I want to test something right quick. I'm not quite sure if this works or not. I'm gonna play a video just to see if the screen share can pick up the audio on it. I mean, I've done a lot of screen sharing, but I haven't really done a lot of video sharing. Let's see here. I just gotta test this right quick to see what happens. You know what? I could just find that out myself later. But yeah, guys. While I'm waiting for Robbie to come back, if he comes back, I want to talk about what's going on next month. And what's going on next month is a Halloween week, like I said, and I'm still doing some preparations for said Halloween week because it's like an annual tradition of mine, and I've got a weird wrestling entertainment schedule to where I'm gonna be cosplaying as the big red monster Kane, and he's gonna be eating something very, very hot. Um, I'm gonna be interviewing a wrestler by the name of Jax Insane for Q and APW. He's my brother's tag team partner in the Fallen Angels. I'm gonna be interviewing him. That dude's pretty cool in my opinion. I'm gonna be interviewing oh no, not another interview. Uh Another thing I have planned is I'm gonna be writing a letter to Frankenstein's monster. That's gonna be going on. Um I've got some other things planned as well, but I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna pull it off. I really want to do Helpful Man versus Michael Myers, but due to a lack of people willing to help me locally, I'm not quite sure how that's gonna work out. I've also had a plan of Helpful Man versus Leatherface and Helpful Man versus Jason possibly, but all those ideas are scrapped because nobody really wants to join in yet. Somehow it looks like the phone is a better quality anyway. That's surprising. Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm, yeah. I don't know. I don't know why a lot of people complain about people using the camera on their phone. I mean, personally, I've used so many different cameras in the past here on SSP, and it's ironic that the best camera I ever had was not a camera at all, but it was a phone. That's very funny to me. Uh, Is that a is that an HP? We, I I think we got the same laptop. Like I show you my laptop right now, but I can't because the camera's actually connected to the actual laptop itself. The cam the cam mhm. The camera is actually built into the laptop. That's why I'm not using that old. That's why I'm not using the old webcam like I used to. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hmm. All right. Yeah. Hold up. In person? Okay. I haven't seen. I ha- I haven't seen Brand since last October. I'm not sure when I'm going. Yeah, that was the last time I seen him, which was his last wrestling event. At least I hope it's not the last one, but it probably is because it was labeled the last stand. But yeah, but but when I went there that day, Brand was in a triple threat hardcore match, and I can't tell you every weapon that was used, but I hope Brand is I hope Brand is watching this, but I hope it doesn't get mad for me saying this. But every time he got smacked in the face with the weapon, secretly I kept laughing to myself. But I did kind of pull a rib on him and what's his name? What was his name? White Trash Millionaire. What was it? Uh, Brian White. Brian White. Brian White. Yeah, it was a triple threat match between. Yeah, it was a triple. Yeah, yeah. It was a triple threat match between Brian Ace Harrison, Brian White, and like Brian and Brian kept taunting each other, right? And I was always taught in the wrestling biz to, when I'm announcing, announce the heels first and then the babies, right? So in this particular match, there was two babies and one heel in Bran. So I announced Bran first, and then Brian got ready, looking like he was about ready to taunt, but I announced Ace first, and Brandon started laughing at him. So I think I kind of pulled an accidental rib on Brian and not even knowing it. Like Brian was ready for me to announce him, but I didn't. Um, no, not he's not exactly part of the APW roster, but if he's given the right price, he actually does come to town for a while. I've seen Ricky Morton a few times, but I've only met Robert Gibson once. And my good old friend Gunner, aka Phil Shatter, aka what's his name? Dang, I just watched him this weekend in NXT and I forgot the name already. It was something Striker, but yeah, he just showed up on NXT this week. Um, Ricky Roberts, aka John Schuyler, he just came back to APW recently, and the Ricky Roberts character might have had. Um, let's see here. Who else did I meet? I met the. You all right? Okay. I'm not gonna tell anybody live what just happened. All right. But anyway, so let's see here. I met the Boogie Woogie Man Jimmy Valiant. I actually have his autograph. There's actually video footage on this channel where he's actually shouting SSP out for me. Let's see here. I have Magnum TA's autograph. I have Buff Bagwell's autograph. I met him. Uh, I had Teddy Long's autograph. I have Tessa Blanchard's, and I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Wait, you wait, wait, who? You actually met Tessa Blanchard? I've been I've seen Tessa Blanchard live before. I actually got a Tessa Blanchard story that I'll get to in a minute, but I never actually had a conversation with the lady. But my brother was backstage with her one day, and he got an autograph for me before I started working back there. But when me and Josh first started working on the indie wrestling scene, um, Doug Hawkins or somebody saw our backyard wrestling stuff that we footage of that has been deleted right now, sadly. But it was 2014. Me and my brother were invited to a show for Trans South Wrestling in Union. So Doug Hawkins, he puts us in the back of the truck, and we head to Union with them with all the ring stuff. We set the ring up, and then we're just chilling before the show starts. So shortly, I see this lady get in the ring. She starts running the ropes. I have no idea who she is. And then she leaves for the backstage area. I look down, and I see that she left her phone there. So I'm about ready to go back there and take it backstage to her. Not knowing if I'm allowed to or not. But thankfully, Jim Cornette's nephew, Ray Cornette, comes out there, and he sees me holding the phone. I said, "Hey, that lady forgot her phone. Can you go take it back there to her?" He said, "Sure." So the night went on, and apparently I was in the bathroom when she came out, so I didn't know who she was. She was a manager that night. But a few weeks later, she actually showed up to APW, and when she was announced as Tessa Blanchard, aka Tully Blanchard's daughter, my mind was blown. I was like, "Whoa!" I returned Tessa Blanchard's phone to her indirectly. Cool. Yeah, yeah, they got the yeah, like APW is becoming like a bigger name in the independent scene. Like they got the Gym Nasty Boys in there now, who has been on CZW from time to time. James Drake and Anthony Henry, they're I'm not sure if they still are, but they were the Evolve Tag Team Champions. Um, Patrick Scott, he's been on NXT a few times, but yeah, they're getting some pretty good names in there now. Cedric Alexander, yes, yep, yep, a few times actually. There's actually video footage out there of me announcing him for one show. Like I like I my memory must have been bad because I kept saying that I used to announce for him down here. Like I used to announce all of his matches down here, but no, I only announced one of his matches down here, and he lost that match. It was a 2 out of 3 falls handicap. No, not a handicap. It was a 2 out of 3 falls match to Rob Killjoy, and Cedric lost both of them. It was a clean sweep. I I knew there was another SCW, but I'm not quite sure where it is. Possibly. I have not been to any. I have not been to any. I have not been to any out of town promotions since last year. I think it was. There's like a lot of to my understanding, there's a lot of politicking and a lot of BS going on at, at Bowling Springs, and I haven't been to MRW since last. I want to say August, maybe. That was the time I was a referee there, and that was the only night I was a referee. And I was only for like 2 matches back to back for tag team. And because I was a rookie, yes, I did make mistakes. It was kind of a hard night. They wanted me to come back, but then again, that show only ran once a month, so I don't know what's going on with MRW now. I think it's been a while since I've been there. Yeah, yeah, and, and I think that's what was different about um these two SCWs. Okay, because the SCW you're talking about, like you just said, it's more um it's more what was the word you gave to it, like classical almost? Would classical be the right word for it? Technical, possibly? Yeah, yeah, old school. Yeah, yeah. When I yeah w- yeah when I first discovered SEW was the first SEW I discovered was Brand's SEW, and it was thanks to Josh and TJ Boss, right? And I didn't know this at the time, but I thought it was just another local indie promotion. But no, apparently I was wrong. And I got to give props to Brandon, all those SCW originals, because apparently it used to be a backyard wrestling promotion, and they bit the bullet and they had a good um promotional run when they did. And the yeah yeah, and thankfully even though and thankfully even though I wasn't even though I wasn't a wrestler that day, even though nobody really knew me at the time, they still gave me something to do that day. They let me be the cameraman that day, and the video footage I shot that day actually wound up on the news. Um, let's see here, and there was a little training session that went on before the show that tore my body to pieces. Like, you can ask Brian what happened that day. You can ask my brother what happened that day if you ever get the chance to talk to him. But they saw me pushing myself past the point of my own weakness, and even they wanted me to stop. Okay, but now because of them, I hate deck of cards, and yeah, I hate a deck of cards now. But I'm willing to bet that if I had that same workout today at that same area, I might not have lasted. I may not have lasted the whole way, but chances are I probably would have lasted a lot longer than I did back then, because I was in a heck of a bad shape back then. But I still kept pushing. I didn't quit. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't intend to stay this size forever, because one of these days in the future I have every intention of hitting the gyms up and getting thicker. Like, I was watching some body. I was watching I didn't get to finish watching it, but it was like a top 10 list of mistakes made by bodybuilders, and there was this one big buff jack dude on there, and according to the narrator, he was eating up to, I think it was like 9,000 calories a day. I think he said, like, I don't know how they pull that off. Like, I know Ryback, as big as he is, he would yeah, he would always be eating. Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly, exactly. Yeah, I mean, there's been one week where I missed a lot of exercising, but I wouldn't say that I've had the best of eating choices, but somehow or another, I was still losing weight somehow. But yeah, according to the BMI chart, I should be 185. The at the max, I should weigh at the max I should be 185 pounds and still be healthy for my size. But right now, I'm 170, so I think I'm good for a while. I mean, yeah, I'm still chubby, but I think I can. I think I'm at the point now where I can see abs through my. I think. Yeah, I was gonna say. Alright, okay. Well, as I was saying, um, as I was looking at myself in the mirror, I uh, I couldn't swear to this, but I could have swore I saw the skeleton of my um six pack coming through, and I saw my ribs, but not in a unhealthy sort of way, though. Yeah, But I am at times I am still chubby though. I can still jiggle. I can still yeah, I can still jiggle. I'm not about to do no truffle shuffle for anybody though. But yeah, you didn't catch that all in event, did you? The Cody and Nick Aldis match. I, yeah, I thought the match. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I marked that when I saw DDP do that diamond cutter out of nowhere. Everybody keeps everybody keeps saying RKO out of nowhere. I want to see a diamond cutter out of nowhere Vine. Like just put Diamond Dallas Page in there doing it. Like, I don't know. Like say wait, yeah. So you don't know about what happened with that Joey Ryan situation, do you? Uh, well, there was this one member of the Bullet Club named Hangman Page or Adam Page, whatever you want to call him. And on the Being the Elite YouTube series here on YouTube, there was making a storyline where apparently Page murdered Joey Ryan, and at the All In event, after Adam won his match against Joey Janela, here comes Joey Ryan out there with a whole bunch of druids dressed up as junk, if you know what I mean. Like people in costumes dressed up like genitalia. Okay. And I feel disgusted just even explaining this, but I felt naughty for even laughing about it, but it was just downright insanity. And I give props to the All in Chicago crowd for their creativity, but um once Joey hip tossed Adam with his you know what, the people in the costume started carrying him out to the backstage area, and everybody in the crowd started chanting "Rest in penis." Like it was just utter insanity. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't even watch Magnum PI, but I can already tell he is Magnum PI. Who? Oh yeah, I heard about that. That's how I remember him. Who do you say he looked like again? Oh, oh, I remember that now. Yeah, I've heard about it, but I never watched it though. Wasn't there like a part two to that? Wasn't there? Uh, okay. I mean, here in September, yeah, yeah, here in September and October, there's been a one thing I've been doing every it's like an annual tradition of mine. I don't know why. I guess it's just because I'm a festive dude. I guess, but I can't remember what year I started doing this, but every October I would go around my house and gather up a whole bunch of horror movies and just watch them all throughout the month. And so I've been doing. Apparently I grabbed too many this year, so I decided to take a look at them in September as well. Right? No, just a whole bunch of VHS and DVDs in my house. Ah, I mean, I actually think I had the Anchorman DVD somewhere, but I haven't got the chance to see him yet. Trust me, it's an understatement when I say we have a lot of movies in the house. Like I have an entire closet of VHS tapes. Well, I had an entire closet of VHS tapes. We've been doing some renovations as of late. Yeah, just yesterday and today, I was watching the I was watching the three big Wizard of Oz movies, like Oz the Great and Powerful, Wizard of Oz, and Return to Oz. Yeah, like a Oz the Great and Powerful was a prequel starring James Franco and Mila Kunis. Um, and Return to Oz was a sequel that they did many years ago for Disney, but they made Dorothy Gale a whole lot shorter. But then again, it was by different companies from Disney to MGM, so I guess that kind of explains it. Yeah. Then again, I did hear a lot of bad mojo going on about that Wizard of Oz movie, the MGM one. Like the Wicked Witch of the West, apparently on the location where she was filming at, when she was at Munchkin Land and the whole big blaze came up for her to teleport out. Apparently she got burned in that scene. And rumor has it I'm not sure if it's in the Dark Forest or in when Tin Man Dorothy and uh Scarecrow are about to meet the lion. If you look in the background of that forest, you can see that somebody hung themselves. Like there was some people like there was some people on the set that actually committed suicide because of that movie. Yeah. I'm not I haven't really read into these theories before, but those are some rumors that I heard thanks to my stepdad. I haven't really looked into them yet. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it though. I mean, witchcraft, a movie about children and all that. I mean, it's something I wouldn't doubt. I mean, it's all like all that stuff that was going on with that Exorcist movie. I haven't seen the Exorcist in years, but I know the Exorcist movie bored me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, hey, what the heck? You didn't see that, did you? Yeah. Get that tail out my face. Get off. Ah, that's a no. Yeah. I mean, that's not my cat. I'm at my friend's house right now. Yeah. I actually have a pet chihuahua at the house. It's not your typical Beverly Hills chihuahua. No, it's like a multicolored black and brown one. That's like somewhat large, kind of. No, I wouldn't say large, but I wouldn't say small either. It's like about the size of this cat plus two. Yeah, this cat keeps meowing at me. Hold on a second. Apparently, the cat wants to say something. Don't be subscribe right now. Well, apparently, this kitten knew me since it was a kitten. And plus, I can tell this cat's been through a rough patch because he's got like this red blood scab on the side of his ear. Ooh, no. Would you stop that? I was like, go that way. Go hang out with your brothers and sisters. Got at least 5 of them. No, leave the court alone. He keeps cussing me out. All right. So earlier a few years ago, I was thinking about some WWE Yo Mama jokes, right? Um, would you like to hear some of them? All right. All right. All right. You're not the kind of person that will get offended by a Yo Mama joke, would you? Because you know it's not getting directed towards your actual mama. Okay. Okay. All right. Your mama's so fat. When she was in the Royal Rumble, she was the first 15 entrants. Your mama's so ugly. I would rather watch a Great Khali DVD box set rather than her face. Your mama's so ugly. Every time people see her face, wrestling fans chant ECW, ECW, ECW. Your, your mama's so stupid. When the wrestler told her to sell the move, she asked for how much. What was another one I came up with? Okay, your mama's so ugly. Mick Foley don't even have that many injuries. That was kind of weak, but that's the best ones I can think of now. Well, I'll say it. There's one more. Your mama's so fat. When Enzo Amore says SAWFT, she's talking about her gut. All right, yeah, that's all I can think about for now for them. Some people claim that my jokes are very cheesy, and I always say, yeah, they're right because Velveeta is trying to get me a sponsorship. Kraft Kraft is getting jealous of me. I'm so cheesy. People want me to date their macaroni. I, I'm so corny. If you look at me from the sky, you'll see a crop circle in me. I'm so corny. I'm getting sponsorship from Pop Weaver. The Hulk is gonna get jealous because I'm the real Jolly Green Giant. That'd be funny if I could see the Hulk like do a Green Giant commercial. Just get just give him a Santa Claus hat and have him say ho ho ho. This cat's still here. Like every for years now, I've been going to Dollar General, and I was surprised to see that the first Dollar General commercial I ever see on TV is one with Rusev in it. Dollar General, like the first, like I've never seen a Dollar General commercial before until I seen one this year with Rusev in it. Hmm. This I've counted this. I've counted. This town has 3. Like I thought this town had 2, but no, it has 3. Yeah, but um, I I mean, on one hand, I like the city because I grew up in it. On another hand, I kind of dislike it because of how sucky this place is. Okay, like for example, this city has 3 different theaters, all none of which are in operation. Like they're all closed down and just sitting there abandoned. Um, really, the only fun thing to do here in town is park or APW, really. And go in there, cat. Like right now, I live like close to downtown, and uh, there is 5 different barbershops. Okay, come on, Cat. Really, there is like at least 5 or 4 different barbershops on one street. Well, let's see here. There's one, two, three. Okay, yeah, there's 3 on one street, but just when you think that's enough for the barbershops, you take one left and there's one right there in the corner. So yeah, four about 4 different um barbershops on one street. And apparently YouTube's listening to me. Like the reason I said that because you saw how the cat just jumped on the screen earlier just now, right? Uh, Apparently when the cat jumped on the screen, my mouse was in the right spot and he clicked YouTube logo, which took me back to the home page, and a Magnum PI ad came up. Cat, you got magical powers or something? I thought Magnum PI was just a thing that happened back in the 80s. I didn't know it was like a thing actually going on. Him in that floral shirt. Yeah. The only the only time I heard about it was like through a Family Guy cutaway. Magnum BM. Like I always keep telling myself, and I always kept saying this when I was at school. I think I was born in the wrong decade because I like a lot of old school stuff. Like when everybody was walking around listening to their iPods and their smartphones, whatever. I had a Walkman with a cassette tape in it. Like while everybody was talking about Justin Bieber and what was it? While everybody was talking about Justin Bieber and One Direction, I was talking about who was it? I was talking about Charlie Chaplin and Chuck Norris. I'd go on. Like right now, as of today, I'm probably the only person that knows who both Barbara Eden and Takashi 69 is. Like I think I'm the only one that listens to both Lynn Anderson and Little Pump. Yeah, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, personally, my taste in music is kind of strange and peculiar. Like I listen to anything that doesn't suck, in my opinion. I listen to country. I listen to country, bluegrass, rock, metal, hip hop, some pop, classical. I can't say I like dubstep too much. Polka, yodeling. Just I won't listen to screamo if I can't understand it. Yeah. What's his name? Franz. I can't pronounce that dude's name, but I heard a yodeling music video a few months ago, and it was so catchy that I had to listen to it 10 times in a row. Like I couldn't stop playing it. Like, hold on a second. What was the name of that? It was a Franz something. Franz yodeling. Okay, Franzel Lang. It's Franzl Lang. But I'm not sure if it was a German or Polish or whatever it was. But to me, it was good. To me, it was good. Yeah. Oh, you mean like my profile pic now? Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, yeah. Well, because I'm a Southern boy, you know that when I was because I was a Southern boy raised in a Southern family, I'm pretty sure you can tell that I was raised on country music. And when I got into middle school and high school, I started getting into rap a little bit. And then one summer night, I was scrolling through the radio just listening for a good station, and suddenly I hear the station called 93.3, and they were playing Nirvana's "Smell Like Teen Spirit" all night. Like they wouldn't play nothing else. They were playing it all night. I had no idea. Yeah, 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 yeah. I actually, yeah, yeah. I actually have some playlist on this channel right now as I speak, and I there are some certain songs that I like. I got them. I have a country playlist, a rock playlist, and a rap playlist that I haven't finished creating yet. But uh, so my top four favorite rock artists, and I guess I can throw the band name in there when I say it. Is number one's definitely got to be Ozzy Osbourne. Um, let's see here. I like Seether. They're pretty cool. Maria Brink from In This Moment and Lizzie from Hailstorm. Yeah, yeah. hmm trust me, if you're hanging out with me and with my playlist and I press scramble, 1 minute you're gonna 1 minute you're gonna hear what's a good heavy metal song? What 1 minute you're gonna hear trying to think of a good song. 1 minute you're gonna hear "Rock You Like a Hurricane" by Scorpions. The next minute you're gonna hear "La La 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 Elmo's World." That's it. That's it. That's it on scramble. Like I have TV theme songs on. I have on my tablet. I have Russell theme songs, classical songs, TV theme songs, Power Ranger theme songs, just music in general. Yep, I got I got the voices. I got the voices and the Burning My Light theme. Oh, Fizzy Pops. Yeah, Fizzy Pops. I know him. Uh, he was a Stone Cold DT. I think my favorite had to be like the what was it? Uh, I'm not quite sure what it was. I think it was a Scott Steiner drive through because he broke character during the window one time, and then he started making random sounds, and then he started to talk like Stone Cold randomly while dressed up like Scott Steiner. And then the lady at the window started freaking out, saying, "Call 911. We have a crazy man at the window." I think that one had to be my favorite. But mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you get all that? Yeah. hmm If I knew how to spit bars, I would do that possibly. Like I'm sure you've seen video footage of me rapping here on YouTube before, but uh, I cannot freestyle for the life of me. When it comes to spitting live, this is all I can do. Thankfully, this bottle's empty now, so Here's me spitting bars. Man, it had to come out slow. See, I couldn't even spit right. I could just wash that bottle out later. But yeah. Oh darn. Ooh. Another thing I like listening to is just some folk music. Like I listen to Chinese music. I listen to Japanese instrumentals. I listen to Egyptian music, Saudi Arabian music. Just some stock classical pieces. Wait, what? Yeah. Yeah. I'm still trying to learn Japanese here and there. Yeah, yeah. But when I was talking about how I was growing up with southern music and country music or whatever, I my go-to dude was Alan Jackson. Like that dude had an awesome that dude had an awesome mustache. Um, yeah, and you know what just came to my what just came to my mind. If Thor was a cowboy, if Thor was a cowboy, he'd be Alan Jackson. Like that'd be funny if me and Alan Jackson could ever do a cringy video together, just giving Alan Jackson the Thor's hammer and just telling him to go have fun with it, like a redneck. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, that gun. I know one thing though. I got APW this Friday, so when I start training in the ring again, I'm probably gonna feel it when I go to bump. I haven't been training. I've not been training regularly since my trainer has just had his baby, which congratulations. Yeah, Cole Maccabee, if you're out there watching, congratulations. He just had his own baby son just recently this month. Yep, I think that's like his fourth or his fifth child now. I think. I'm not sure what number he's on. Maybe he's a third. I don't know. But ooh, you know that helper man gimmick, right? You remember that helper man gimmick of mine, right? Yeah. Um, one of these days when I start wrestling, I'm definitely going to try to book Helpful Man versus Hurricane. Like that's got to happen. Hmm. Wait a minute. I'm just checking on something real quick. Okay. You're gonna be checking out that what's it called? That Super Showdown coming up. Oh, whoa. Uh, okay. Hmm. There was yeah. Hold on a second. There was a Monday Night Wars going on right now. There was a legit Monday Night Wars going on right now. Like apparently my live stream is right in the middle of his live stream. The Geek Room is streaming right now. Yeah, hold on a second. Wait a minute. I'm gonna leave these guys a like right quick, and I'm gonna go in there and say hashtag Monday Night Wars. We're both live. All right, hold on a second. Wait a minute. I'm not sure if the screen. I'm not sure if the screen share will um pick up the audio from this. What when I press screen share? When I press screen share, tell me if you can hear it or not. Oh, come on. I mean, I know it. I I know it shares the video, but not sure if it shows the audio. Can you hear him, Robbie? Okay, never mind then. I'm gonna just go and tap it on here. Okay. Oh, I did like it. All right. Hashtag Monday night war. We both like at the same time. I'm gonna pause that and reply to anybody else later. Like, no wonder nobody's coming to my live stream. Everybody's at their live stream. Like, cause I know like a whole bunch of I know like a whole bunch of my subscribers are his subscribers as well. So, man, win-win. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. I mean, there's been this one thing that I've been hoping to do for a while that I haven't done in quite some time, and that was having. I used to have this show called Tuber Talk where I would interview other YouTubers, and I, I I haven't really done that in a while. Why? Because I simply have not found any good. Um, I have not found any good guests to be on the show with me. Like I messaged what's his name, Billy Crank earlier a few months ago, but he never replied back to me. He gave me his email, but he never said anything. And I'm looking at this Geek Room stream right now, and sure enough, I'm one of their sponsors still in the chat right now. My name's right there. I, yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about the low views as I used to be because like I was working, like I was working at, I was working on YouTube before I started working at APW, and I quit too prematurely, right? So there was one lesson I learned while training for APW in the early days, and when I learned this lesson, I figured that I need to put that to my YouTube as well. And that's regardless of how big the audience size is, you always have to put on the same show, right? Like, like I haven't had the chance to promote this stream as much as I wanted to this month, but so even though there's hardly anybody watching the stream right now and nobody's commented anything in the chat since brand like early when I set the stream up, I still have an obligation to like still put on the same show. Like that, yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Which by the way, it's Rey Mysterio time. It's 619. Yeah. But mhm. Yeah. Hmm. Yep. Hmm. I feel kind of bad for the geek room right now because I'm not quite sure what exactly happened, but apparently they lost like 400 something subscribers this month. Oh, it was like high 300 or low 401, and apparently they even lost their name. Like what I mean by that was what I meant by that was like when I look at my subscription feed on the side of the YouTube homepage, um the Geek Room picture or the Geek Room icon would be there, but there would be no name beside it. I refreshed it. I'll log back on later from a different computer. The name just was not there. Yeah. I mean, I mean, yeah. I mean, personally, like you know that I could care less if anybody's an atheist or not, but um, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, personally, in my opinion, okay, like for their Facebook group page, right? They had it called the Gals Geeks on there, right? And I was wanting to know how I could say this, but to say that they are the Gals Geeks, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only Christian that is a fan of the Geek Room. Exactly, and yeah, e- exactly. And when you say watch it, you don't mean just by watching it just to hate on them, like people like G-Man or um the Prodigal Champ or whatever he's doing nowadays. But when you say watch it, I'm sure you're talking about like actually watching them and supporting them. That's a very that's a very deep rabbit hole to fall down. If you're not being one of them, you're getting attacked by one of them. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. 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 By the way, thank you for joining me here on the hangout today. Nobody's really been in one of these things with me for quite a while, but um, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be doing for my costume this year, if anything. But I already my friend Will the Wildman was working at Scare Ones this year, and I told him that if I have enough money, there's a high possibility I may be able to make it to Scare Ones. And because I've been to Carowinds before, and I've been to Carowinds with Scare Ones decorations up, but I've never been to Carowinds during Scare Ones hours. Okay. And I told Will that if I am able to go to Scare Ones, I'm just throwing all of my costume ideas out the window, and I'm going to Scare Ones dressed as Undertaker. But yeah. And yeah, like I every time I would try to film something for SSP when I went to Carowinds, that was only like twice. Like I would not get enough video footage, or I would not have an appropriate cameraman with me. But um, I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna be this year for the costume hangout party. That is, if I'm doing anything for the costume hangout party this year. Um, but if you are able to come, you think you could like wear something possibly? Eh, what, yeah. What was some of your costumes you remember from the past? A what costume? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. I wish I'd been to it. Yeah, was you at least as fast as him? Okay. All right. All right. Well, my costume's always quite unique in my opinion. And when I say unique, that's possibly an understatement because I always liked being different. Okay. Like I'm gonna throw some pictures up here in a minute about some of my past costumes, but last year I was Charlie Chaplin, like I said. I actually got in the newspaper for that one time. And there was some people that was actually taking selfies with me and photos of me. Um I was walking around the trick or treating street, and because I was bored out of my mind and didn't have a kid of my own, I still wanted to do something fun, right? So I would go to door, and I would perform silent skits for people, and in return, they would give me candy. Why? Because I entertain. Why? Because I entertained them. Um, let's see here. 2016, I think it was. I was the Spider-Man Phantom. No, no, no. 2016, I was the Red Ranger Demon. 2016, I was the Spider-Man Phantom. Um, let's see here. 2015, what was I? Oh, yeah, 2015, I was the Spider-Man Phantom. Never mind. I get my years mixed up. 2014, I was Freddy Krueger's baloney. There's an explanation for that one. 2013, Bray Wyatt. 2012, a Phantom Billy Mays. 11 and 10, I was Chuck Norris. I was the zombie of Ernest P. Worrell one year. I tried being an Undertaker for one year, but sadly I didn't have the trench coat or the beard, so I just went as country singer Clint Black. That was awkward. Um, I know I know I went out as bloody a bloody doctor one year, a vampire monk one year, a clown one year, a vehicle crash victim. That was like when I was a baby, and yeah, my brother went dressed as a toilet one time. I'm pretty sure you've seen some video. A toilet, yes. I'm pretty sure you've seen me wear certain costumes of. I'm sure you've seen me in some videos wearing that same toilet outfit. But Josh was small enough. Josh was small enough to actually crouch down and fit and hide inside the toilet costume. And those people actually sitting down where the seat was. I, I kid you not. And when certain when certain people would sit down, they Josh would actually twitch and say, "Don't forget to flush" or "Don't forget to wipe," and the people sitting down in the seat would actually scream. I'm like, how could y'all fall for this? And yeah, and when I was a zombie Billy Mays, when I was walking around, my trick or treating bucket said the word OxyClean on it. Yeah, yeah, I was a ShamWow. I don't remember. I'm finding that Freddy Krueger baloney picture right now. I can tell I'm almost to it. Who? Yeah, yeah. Okay, awesome. I found my Freddy Krueger baloney pick. Okay. So the premise of this was I was supposed to be Freddy Krueger's package of baloney, right? it was half Freddy Krueger, half baloney pack. And when I was backyard wrestling, I used to my brother and I used to use a whole bunch of like thick wall styrofoam for like our tables to break through. And I used some of that to make the costume with. And this was the result. Can you see that good? I'm gonna zoom in here. Yeah. That and there was so many people giving me weird looks that night. I'm pretty sure you can. Well, the actual Freddy Krueger part, yes, but not the actual baloney costume. Yes. Right, come on. I was and when when I did the whole Spider-Man Phantom thing, I was actually working at APW in Spartanburg that night, or Ball Springs, whatever you want to call it, and I was an in-ring journalist, okay, and I was friends with the wrestler I was interviewing, and he was a heel at the time, so he was cheating with my brother, and the week prior to that, he left me laying in the ring with the neck breaker. And it's like the next week I was forgiven because I was a different person. Right. Um and when I was a Spider-Man Phantom, I bought a can of silly string and I taped it to the inside of my jacket, right? And I had the spot idea in my mind where Cat Daddy would turn around and he would he would get sprayed by the silly string, right? And mind you, it was still a full can, right? And when I went into the ring to spray him, the can got clogged and it like just spit out at him for a little bit, not actually come out all the way like in a full stream. So that was embarrassing. That was a certain botch. Okay, come on. Where's the Agam is loading up also. No, Cat, don't you dare do that now. Not now. Don't you meow at me. All right, come on. I think I skipped it. Okay, go down, go down. Oh darn. Oh well, I can't find it. Oh well. But yeah, yo, what's up, Chancey? You're just not seeing you. How you doing, bro? Chancey 2K was somebody that I've met because of Bruce Dropmoff back in the day. Cat, did you fart? Oh hey, tell me something. You have a car, right? Because I have an automotive. You have a car, right? Because I have an automotive question. I know the answer to, but I want to see if you know it. Do you know what? Do you know what part of the car the? Do you know what part of the car the gas goes into? You know what that's called? Yeah. You know what part of the car is called? It's it's called the gas hole. GAS hole. Yeah. Come on, cat. Go. I have a whole series planned. If I had somebody else to do them with me, they were called jokes for folks. I just take random internet jokes and just turn them into real life scenarios. Like I'm sitting there weeping over a pot of boiled water. Somebody asked me what the heck's going on, why I'm so distraught. I say we gotta have a moment of silence for this bowl of water. It will be missed. Um, you know why you can't hear a pterodactyl in the bathroom? The P is silent. Thing is, Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I, I've I've eaten bazooka bubblegum before, but I'm not that much of a bubblegum fan. Mainly because mainly because I can't blow a bubble. Yeah. I've yeah, I, I've never been able to blow a bubble ever. I've been alive 24 years, not in one time I've been able to blow a bubble. But yeah, you got anything else to say before I close this thing out? Thanks for joining me. Um, thank you, Britton. Thank you, Brant. Thank you, Chancey. For joining me here this evening. It's been a good one. Stay tuned to SSP this week. I'm pretty sure I'm going to try to have something up this week, possibly if I'm not too busy. Uh, yeah, and let's hope this movie turns out well on the 20th. Mm-hmm. And the cat's coming back to steal the spotlight again. What are you doing? Yeah, okay. Are you trying to do the Booyah Salute too? All right. Well, if not, go that way. Well, now, so until next time, guys, I hope you, Robbie, and especially myself can remember to be outrageously optimistic year round. That's it there. Don't blink or down. Booyah. I'm out. And here comes my hug of appreciation. Movie cat, you in the way. Walking away with a hug. All right, fine. There, you get a hug too. All right, and there's a hug for you. All right, now I'm about to end this. I'm about to stop this broadcast and show everybody that I don't have to show you anything. Yeah, bye. Just bye.